I think a lot of us, or a number of us, can relate to this function, or like, I don't know whether it's generational, but one of the things I realized that when I was growing up, I used to respect people for different reasons. Like, you see somebody that you are really in awe of. Then when you grow up, you're like, why did I respect this person at all? I mean, you are wondering what it was about the person that you used to like. I mean, when we were growing up, you see somebody come to your house, and then you'd be like, hey, God, I want to talk to this person. Hey, uncle, this is going somewhere. I want him to take me, whatever. Then as you are maturing, he's your uncle, and you hear him talk in a meeting, or he misbehaves, and you're like, did I spend all these years? And I know a lot of people can relate to this. But it actually has a direct impact on the lives that we live and on the brands we build for ourselves, our personal impact. A lot of times we are a mirror of the people we recognize the most. We are a mirror of the people who are responsible for us, or we are responsible for. And then thirdly, we are a mirror of the people that we respect the most. So a lot of times recognizability, responsibility, and respectability drives the way we see the world and we see ourselves. It has always been said that the people you hang around, the 5 people, you become them. But I realized that when it comes to branding your life, if you are not careful, as you are growing up, because when I was growing up, I had an idol like this, and there were 2, male and female. I used to just love them, and I used to feel like, wow, these people are who I want to be like when I grow up. So you see them, and they are everything to you. You see them, and like, when I grow up, I want to follow these people. And sometimes you want to do what they do. You want to go in the fields they go, because they inspire you just at that level. You haven't actually seen their true value in engaging you because you are young. Same with a male, and I used to have that. But as I began to grow, everything began to change, because I got to know them in a way that I have never known them, and I became different. But still, I used to always mirror some of their actions because they had impact on me. And I used to feel a responsibility to help them, work for them, or be around them. And as I began to grow and change, they didn't become those people to me anymore, because I saw a little different sides of them. But ultimately, I realized that I had already started being them, looking like them, and acting like them, until I began to develop my own personal brand. And that is why I share this in terms of personal impact and personal development. We can easily become like the people we recognize, respect, and have responsibility for. So we have to be very careful in the choices we make when it comes to those people, because a lot of times there are people in our lives that do not impact their world, do not impact their space, but they have so much impact on us that we begin to see ourselves as a mirror. A lot of times there are some that are even unintentional. You don't even think that they are actually people that are affecting you. But the more and more that you recognize them, the more and more that you hear things. And there are some people that, let me put an extreme part, that even they may irritate you and annoy you. But every time they do something, you read about them. You want to know about what they are doing. Even though they are not people you really want to align with, by the time you realize there are certain things that they are doing, because you read about them a lot, and you're like, what is this person doing now? By the time you realize you're doing what they're doing, or you're doing something similar to what you're doing without a care in the world. So to develop yourself, you have to be careful in knowing who do you recognize the most in your life. Top 5, top 3. Who are you responsible for? You feel like you need to be responsible for, in terms of even, I want to work with this person. That's what I mean by responsibility. You want to get close and do something for them. Responsibility is giving value. So you want to do something for them. Or who do you respect? Watch those spaces a lot, because a lot of times those people may not be what you think they are in real substance when it comes to that. And those people may not be people that are really impacting their world. And there are sometimes the people who you ignore, you don't respect, you don't even feel responsible for, are the people that can help you impact your world, because they are doing little things in their little corner, but is brightening that place so high and is making such an impact. So just like when we were young, the people we thought we knew that were great until we met that uncle who was a drunk. And we realized that, is this one that I have dreamt about, like I would be like them, only to find out that, my God, there's nothing like them. They are also in the world and the spaces around us. So to be able to develop the good personal impact, ask yourself, who am I recognizing the most in my space or other spaces or even in the world? Who am I focusing on? Because if you are not careful, they are your mirror. Like I always say, mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? It's based on who you recognize, who is your responsibility, and then who you respect the most. Think of this milestone and make sure that you choose the right mirror to stand in front of.